Hey everyone! So today we're going to be telling you about our trip from hell.
So this story took place in this past summer, right?
2015.
And it was located in the beautiful city of Toronto. So we've been to this festival before. We went the previous year, and it was like the best thing that has ever happened to us.
It was amazing.
Amazing. Like, you can't even describe it really. It was our first EDM festival. It's called Digital Dreams.
And it's the biggest EDM festival in Canada. So yeah, we went the year before, 2014, and it was amazing. No complaints, everything was perfect, and
just everything we had hoped for and more.
Yeah,
for sure.
So then 2015 came around, and we were so excited, so happy. We couldn't wait. Bought our tickets, booked the hotel, everything. We had everything planned, and
we were like, this is gonna be even better than last year.
Because we knew where to go. It was like everything was just gonna be better.
Yeah, second time around, it's a lot easier.
Yeah. So we got to Toronto and everything was going good. Like, we got there, we dropped off our bags at the hotel because the room wasn't ready yet, which is fine because we were there earlier than what the check-in time was. So they kept our bags locked up. We decided to go eat, shop, and this time we knew exactly where everything was because we had been there before, so it wasn't like we were getting lost. Fast forward to the evening.
So we had decided to go out with a guy she had met on Tinder and some of his friends. So before we want to go out, we obviously want to pre-drink so that we have a little buzz to us before we get to the bar or whatever. So we drink
and
eventually I think I drank a whole Mickey.
Yeah, like there's probably like a sliver left.
Like a whole Mickey, and I don't think I've ever done that before in my life.
Yeah.
So I was obviously really drunk. And since we were in Toronto, we decided, okay, let's wear heels. Like, we're in Toronto. Like, let's look pretty because we're here
in Saskatoon, and
you can do that, but it's not a thing.
The norm.
It's not a thing here. We really wanted to take advantage of that and wear heels. I've never worn heels before, so I just wore some, like, wedges. And I was like, okay, I should be fine, right?
Because they're wedges. It's not like some skinny little heel. And that's what I was wearing. I was wearing heels that had the tiniest heel ever, and they were, like, tall.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like, out of all things, you would think, like, wedges, okay.
Safer option. So, obviously, we are ready to go, you know, we get all our stuff, we're getting out of the hotel, and we make it about...
Well, at this, like, the way that our hotel was, it was kind of, like, on a corner, almost, like, one side, well, the sides on either side of it, like, the streets on either side of it, they were, like, more so side streets, so they weren't overly busy, so we had to get to the street that was, on the other side, which was, like, the main street, and that's where we would catch the cab. So the main street was here, but the doors were on the other side, so we had to kind of, like, cut through, like
an alley almost.
Yeah, like, there was, like, an alley, and so we had to kind of cut through the alley just to get through to the main road. So yeah, we were walking through this little alleyway, and then on the ground was this grate. So it had all these holes in it, and so I was like, oh my god, I can't step on this because I have these skinny heels. So I get down on my hands and knees and I crawl across this grate, and Steph had gone before me.
I made it fine.
She made it fine because she had her wedge shoes. So at this point, she's taking a video of me because
it was funny. Insert video. Oh my god. So I was taking this video of her, and then all of a sudden, I literally just tip over. And I'm laying on the floor, and people are walking by, just a couple people, and they're like, oh my god, are you okay? And I'm like, did I break my ankle? It didn't really hurt. I don't think it hurt because I was so drunk. And I swore that my ankle was broken. I swore. I was like about to cry. I was like, why did my ankle break right before I'm about to go to a festival where I have to be on my feet all day? Like, that's the worst timing ever. But it turns out it wasn't broken. It was just really severely sprained. And it's still, like, messed up to this day.
Mm-hmm.
So what I think I tried to tough it out. I just walked in my wedges on over to the cab.
So we get into the cab and we go to the bar, the club, whatever it was that we were meeting this guy at. And so we get there, and the whole way, I think Stephanie was talking about her ankle or something. And so the cab driver was like asking if she needed to go to the doctor or like something like that.
He was concerned.
Yeah, he was really, really, really concerned. And so we arrive at the club, and at this point I'm like, oh wow, we're here. So I get out and Steph follows me, and I realized the next day I don't think either one of us paid for that cab.
Don't think so.
Because I definitely did not, and
I don't remember.
She doesn't remember. So I don't think we paid for that cab, but I feel like he was just
really concerned and just let us go.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, we probably just seemed really
obnoxious and just
distressed.
Yeah. So we get to the club with her friends.
They had decided that they didn't want to stay there, so we walked to a different one. But this one was it wasn't far, but it was like far for walking, especially in our heels and her situation. So a couple of these guys were like carrying her.
Me, yeah.
Yeah, and so until we got to this place, and then we got there and we were just sitting around.
Just sat and drank and chilled.
So the next day comes around and her ankle is a complete mess. It is so swollen and
it hurt really bad. I could barely walk on it. I was like limping.
And then it starts to rain outside. And it wasn't bad at the start. It was kind of like, okay, this would be annoying to Raven. But, I mean, we could manage. It's not like
the end of the world.
Yeah. But then it starts pouring. Like, it is pouring rain. A bit later, it's still pouring. And I get a text from the guy that I met on Tinder, but that we were with the night before. And he was like, oh, did you see this? And it was that Digital Dreams had been cancelled. We paid all this money just to fly out there.
Just for this.
Just for that. This. Like, that was the reason we came to Toronto, was for this festival.
And when she got the text, we were like, well, at least I was starting to get ready for it. I was like putting my makeup on, and then she gets the text, and she's like, oh, well, we're not going.
Now
and,
what?
Like, I'm crying. I'm like so upset because that's such a waste of money. Like, we're not just gonna like come to Toronto for no reason, really. That doesn't make any sense.
As if her ankle wasn't bad enough. Now this whole thing happened.
So it was just horrible.
So it was horrible.
Ended up going to our favorite restaurant, to Joey's, and we got our steaks because they have really, really good steaks. So we ordered our food, and we're waiting a long, long time.
Like, this was not a normal wait.
No, and we were starving already. We were already pissed off because of what happened. And then eventually the waitress comes by, and I think she tells us that it'll be a bit longer, so she gets us a little appetizer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we eat that, whatever, and then eventually, finally, our steaks are ready, but they messed them up. They gave the wrong steaks to each other, but with the right cook, I think.
Yeah, I was really confused because I cut into mine originally, and it was not the cook that I wanted, but the steak was right. And so I told the girl, like our server, and so she went back to the kitchen and said, oh no, that's right, we just got the wrong plate. So they switched ours around, and then we had the right cook, but it was the wrong meat. At that point, I was like, whatever, we're just gonna eat it. But it was still annoying because we were already having a bad day. That night, we just went back to the hotel and slept. We were sleeping by 9 o'clock. Next morning,
Day 2 of the festival. Woo-hoo!
Day 2 of the festival.
We're so excited.
And the announcement the day before said the doors would open at 2:30, which is what time they normally open up at. It was probably like 12-ish. I checked my phone and I saw that Digital Dreams had made an announcement saying that
Another one.
Another one. That
there was a delay in the doors opening because of the weather once again, because it was raining still.
And it wasn't like pouring rain like the day before, but it was still spitting. And I guess they had to like fix the stage up from the day before.
And it fell down or something.
Yeah. So
the doors weren't gonna open until 4:30.
We're mad about that because here we are.
2 hours of festival time wasted.
Yeah, we have to wait some more after we waited the whole day yesterday.
And we have to climb up a hill.
Yeah, like it was really hard to get in for some reason.
It was the weirdest setup ever, but we had to climb up a hill with my sprained ankle. It was raining,
and so it was like muddy,
and it was just a big mess. Eventually we get to like the pavement and everything, but we have to wait a whole another hour until we can get in. You can hear the music. It was like an hour and a half, yeah. You can hear the music. Some people are already in because they went in way earlier, but we're obviously pissed off because we just want to get inside and we're wondering why it's taking so long for us to get in.
Like, we thought that, like, oh, maybe they'll anticipate all these people coming
at the same
time because of the day before, but no, they only had the same amount of, like, entrance gates because... I don't know.
They're stupid.
So, yeah, we waited hour and a half just to get in. Once we got in, it was okay. Like, we're still kind of like...
It was raining. Like, it was raining at
we're
that
cold,
point. And we were, like, the only ones who were, like, in our full festival outfits.
Yeah,
so
like our little
stupid
shorts and all that.
But in the end, it worked out because it started to get brighter throughout the day.
Yeah, like, and it was so hot in the crowd, so I guess it worked out. The rain stopped, and it was, I mean, it was a good time, but it was just so annoying that we only got, like, 6 hours of festival time.
When we should have got, like,
2 days.
Or something, yeah.
So, yeah, that was our trip from hell. Needless to say, we will not be doing that again. The next time we go to a festival, it will be the real deal.
Yeah. EDC. Something that won't get cancelled.
Something that won't get cancelled. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed our video.
And we'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.